This is a response to Chunks of Earth's video that he put up, or I saw this morning, I should say. And I'm not sure how many I don't think I've done a video response to you, but good to see you. You are a fellow Floridian, a Central Floridian, and you get to enjoy our current governor's masterful way of governing. But you were talking this morning about how he has decided to lower, or voted to lower, the minimum wage for children, bringing back a type of child slave labor, which I agree, it's pretty silly, in order to somehow stimulate, I don't know exactly what he's trying to stimulate. But to me, the underlying issue is the taxes and government and the officials, the bureaucrats, whatever you want to call them, that have somehow been convinced that giving tax breaks to the wealthy, Mitt Romney, as an example, somehow creates jobs. And we can see by Bush's last 8 years and Obama's 3 years that the opposite is true. The wealthy do not create jobs. The wealthy hide their money and will hire the least amount of people to do the job, which is just good business. So good business is bad politics or bad government. If you're trying to get away with the least possible amount of jobs, support, what have you, you're going to have the least amount of support for the society. So that doesn't work for government. Government is a non-profit. It's not about balancing the budget, as Mitt Romney goes on and on about. A balanced budget at all costs means, well, we might as well just start killing people that aren't supporting their tax burden, because it's all about the budget. So you can see the issue there. But my main sense of wonderment is how the GOP particularly have convinced the poor and lower middle class that they need all these tax breaks so that they can provide for us, even though they haven't been. And they've also convinced the poor that these tax breaks will benefit us, the poor, for when we become wealthy, when we put our knuckles to the grindstone and do the hard jobs and knuckle down and get busy and become a producer, that when we become rich and famous, we will have all these tax breaks and will be rewarded for making all this money. First of all, we will never be wealthy. The percentage chance, statistically alone, not individually, statistically, across the board, we will never, ever be wealthy. If you are one of the poor and think you're going to win the lottery or invent the next widget and make $20 billion and you will need all these tax breaks and credits for the wealthy, you are lying to yourself and have been lied to by whoever convinced you that that's going to happen. There's going to be a small percentage of people that will become wealthy, tax credit or not. That's going to happen. The vast majority are never going to see wealth of that sort. So they've convinced the poor that that's going to happen somehow, and that they should prepare for being wealthy by giving the wealthy now tax breaks, which is ignorance on a capital level. It's amazing. The second thing that they've convinced people somehow is that the wealthy, for becoming wealthy, business owners and entrepreneurs, should get more tax breaks for being wealthy. They've made a business, they've provided jobs, I suppose, or they've made a place where people can work, and they've made all this money, and as a reward, from making all this money, we're going to give them more money. No, the reward for making lots of money is the fact that you've made and have been able to make lots of money. The taxes should have nothing to do with it. Taxes are to support society, or to give back to the people that you've taken from to get to where you're going, or where you've gotten to, if you're one of the wealthy, which we're not. You are not wealthy. If you are, there's nothing about you. And if you're not, you're never going to get there, except by pure chance. You know what I mean. So the fact that the GOP, the wealthy, the Republic, the powers that be, the mass media, have convinced people that these things are truths, that we need to support the wealthy and reward the wealthy for being wealthy, makes me want to throw up. That's my happy thought of the day. Peace.